Hello, you gorgeous people. Welcome to another episode of Don't Call Me Princess Footwear presents the Rambling Teapot chats over chai, where we talk about things which they won't otherwise let us talk. Sachi yaar. And today we are going to discuss the most tabooed of all. वही जिसके बारे में घर पे बात करो तो मार पड़ती है, बाहर बात करो तो गवर्नमेंट से मार पड़ती है, और इम्प्लाई भी करो तो टीवी चैनल बदल जाता है. Yes, you have guessed it right. It's sex. But we don't do things cliched at the Rambling Teapot, do we? So, to discuss sex, we have two absolutely gorgeous boys from Surat and supposedly progressive as well, which we will find out at the end of this episode. So, let's welcome Akshat Bagrecha. So, Akshat, please tell us how you feel to be at the Rambling Teapot and also a little bit about yourself to our audience.
Okay, perfect. So basically I am Akshat Bagrecha. It's not Bagrecha.
Okay, sorry.
It's Akshat Bagrecha. So I run this multi-dimensional company which is One for All. Siddhant?
Control.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so I run this multi-dimensional company which is One for All, and we are into different sectors. One being marketing agency. Second being travel, like we take people on experiential trips, and third is community-based events that we do in the city.
Yeah.
So that's
basically the hotshot of the city, you know. Yeah. Guys, clap karo na, clap kar liya karo. That's a few. And our second guest is a photographer who I feel will be able to tell about himself better. So I'm going to pass it on to Siddhant, who also has some major feelings about being on today's episode. Right, Siddhant? Siddhant! Let's hear it for Siddhant!
I actually thought we were going to talk about gender and not sex.
Yeah, such a jhoot.
Yeah.
Chal jhutte.
So I'm a photographer and a graphic designer. That's it. और कोई बस सब कुछ करते हैं यार क्या करने को डांस भी करते हैं.
So guys, tell me how do you guys feel about being on the show?
excited and nervous as well.
Why are you nervous?
It's gonna go out.
Things that you should not speak about.
Yes.
Alright. What do you have to say about it? It's a podcast, you'll have to speak, Siddhant. You can't be laughing.
No, I don't know. I have no feelings about
Siddhant, he's an open book.
He's an open book.
He's not afraid, he's not scared of anything. So I guess for him it's easy. Right? सही बोला?
नहीं, so नहीं ठीक है. So as in, I don't mind talking about stuff privately, but not.
But you are doing it publicly.
No, so I am not doing anything publicly.
And you have signed a contract.
I am not doing anything publicly.
But guys, don't you think that the fact that somebody, like, you know, a lot of people know you in this city, okay? When you are so open about your sexual life, for instance, okay, so I got very shocked, okay? I think it actually gives a lot of emancipation, feelings and powers to the younger generation, because why are we such a closed society when it comes to sex? It's something everybody does. हम पैदा वैसे हुए हैं. It's like the most cliche thing I could have said, but you know, so I don't think it's something to be ashamed about, and honestly I'll try to keep it as less scandalous as possible, because I'm trying to understand more in terms of, let's see, like Akshat, do you think there has to be like some feelings of compassion, companionship when it comes to sex, or it can be like just physical? What do you think about sex when I say sex?
So basically, when we talk about sex and when we talk about casual relationships or anything which involves sex, physical relationships. So basically, what I feel about sex is your partner. If there's a girl who's involved with me, so that girl should feel safe and secure.
True. Very true.
Even if it's a relationship with no physical attachments, or a relationship with sex involved in it, or any physical contact involved in it.
Right.
So anyone who's involved should feel safe and secure.
Yeah.
So that's what sex is all about for me.
Yeah. So So it can be a long-term relationship, it can be a one-night stand, but it needs to be, you as a person, the people who are involved in it needs to feel safe.
Yes,
because
very
it's
true.
it's a private realm, right?
Correct,
That's
correct.
what you're trying to talk
Yes,
about.
yes.
Yeah. So what about you, Siddhant? Do you think do you feel that there has to be some feelings associated when it comes to sex? What we understood from Akshat is it can be anything, but it needs to be ensured that there's safety of the people involved. What about you? Like, do you think it's just that, or do you feel ki nahi yaar, aisa to nahi, matlab I feel I need to connect with the person, there has to be feelings, like, is it like that?
I think it goes both ways. So,
Okay.
I don't think that only I could be connected. Even she has to be connected, or vice versa also. So that even she, if she feels connected and I am not connected, that is also wrong, because we need to make, I think, ground rules need to be made before proceeding forward.
Right.
Ki whether we are heading into the similar direction or not.
Correct.
So communication.
Communication is very important. Consent is very important.
Right. Very important.
What Akshat tried to say in the similar lines, ki you ask that person and you have that conversation first. Whether you have the feelings or not, you need to put things out there before you
just dive into it, sort of a thing. Yeah, because like you might be feeling in one way and the other person might not. It should be communicated well before things. So what I'm hearing is security, consent, and communication.
Communication is very important.
Right.
So what I think is usually like people of say those who are early 20s, or you can say anyone in general, the kind of mistakes that they make is while talking about sex. For example, if say you have met someone very recently, and when someone is talking about sex, don't start visualizing.
Right.
Or don't just if someone is talking about sex, for example, a girl is talking about sex to me.
Yeah.
So don't just, I don't just start visualizing it.
Right.
Getting my point. So that the conversation,
it's just a conversation.
It's loyal. Then the conversation, it stays loyal, and then you get to know about that people, and that's you can extended foreplay basically.
Right.
So just don't start visualizing if someone is talking about sex. Just just listen to what
their point of view is.
How they think about sex or whatever it is. So basically girls don't get attracted, what I have noticed and what I've seen and what the stories that I have heard and the articles that I have read.
Yeah.
So it says that if you are talking to people about sex, don't start visualizing.
Yeah.
Just listen to them.
Yeah.
And then slowly it will gradually happen if it has to happen.
Right. So I think you have a very fair point there, because I feel what you're trying to say is that why is it that every time somebody talks about sex, it has to be interpreted as vulgar? It's just a means of communication, right?
True.
We are just trying to talk about something and our viewpoints on it, right?
Correct.
Like we don't have to immediately make sex mane vulgar. वो करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, because we are just communicating. We are just talking about sex.
Yes.
That's what you're trying to say.
Yes,
I'm
right.
understanding
Yes,
that.
yes.
So that's like the first step you feel that can make this entire process of talking about intimate relationship much easier.
Correct.
Yeah, because I feel a lot of insecurities, lot of miscommunications in relationships happen because we don't talk about sex, because it's such a taboo topic. Like, have you ever talked about sex with your parents, for instance? Any one of you? Or have they tried to talk about it with you?
Never. It never happened.
I don't remember.
No.
Even I don't remember. Yes.
But we learn so much from our parents, right? How they will teach and communicate about it is so important, I feel. Because when we go out there to get information, there's like a whole world of wrong information.
Correct.
Because when parents teach us, it's always in a protected manner. We are not just put out there.
Correct.
So I feel that one major thing that needs to be done is we talk more. Yes, it's difficult. We can't expect our parents to now come and talk about sex with us. Mine did though. It was the sex talk was from my father.
Wow.
Which I didn't realize. So I didn't realize, because I was the next day I was moving to Bombay for my studies, and I call my dad Data, so I'm Assamese. So Data comes and he's like, so you're going tomorrow? I'm like, yeah, okay. It's like, okay, so now it's a very big world out there. I'm like, okay, he's still giving me like, okay, gyan de rahe. So then he goes like, so it's all about being safe. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll be safe, No, you understand, you are old, there'll be people, but safety matters. Then I was like, fuck, what is he trying to say? I'm like, what are you saying? It's like, no, we need to talk. I'm like, no, I don't want to talk. So you understand, like, it's so ingrained in us that it's vulgar, that when he tried talking to me also, I was like completely rejected his advances of telling me what's the right thing. He was just trying to tell me, use protection, be safe, because he knows that somewhere down the lines, or our parents know that, ऐसा नहीं होता कि शादी के बाद ही sex होएगा, honestly speaking, but it's the tabooed nature of the concept is as such, it's very difficult to talk about it.
But what I think is, we all are evolving right now.
Yes, absolutely.
The complete human race is evolving right now, and I have seen a lot of young couples, they give lessons on a lot of things to their kids.
Yeah.
When like they are 7, 8, 9 years old.
Yeah.
And slowly it's happening because we are evolving as a human.
Yeah, true. So my schooling was mostly in Northeast, in Assam. So we, in my 10th, 9th, as well as 11th, 12th, we had sex education classes. And what I feel, I'm sort of like surprised that when I moved this side, I see that it's so tabooed. People, schools में तो ये बात ही नहीं करेंगे. मतलब international schools are also not giving like sex education classes. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong about talking about it, because आप information लाओगे कहाँ से? From porn, which just basically gives a very, very like crazy viewpoint of sex, which is not true. This is not real.
Totally.
I actually agree. See, if you see the timeline, like 10 years back, we did not used to talk to our parents even about our relationships.
Yeah, true, very true.
Forget relationships. If I have a friend who's a girl, I would not tell about her also.
Yeah.
To my parents,
right.
Not because they thought it was taboo, because I thought that they might
think it was taboo. I thought that
like girlfriend है मेरी.
Okay.
But then, like right now, the relationship with my parents have come to a point where my mom is asking, if you're dating someone, let me know.
Yeah.
Not because they want me to get married or something, but because generally also, because they are interested in my life also, and because अब उनको भी लगता है कि बड़े तो हो ही गए हम लोग, कि ऐसा नहीं कि बच्चे हैं हम लोग.
There is a change which is
there's
happening.
Change happening.
Yes.
So I believe that
we'll reach that point.
We'll reach that point where it's okay. It would be okay, not vulgar, but it would be okay with talking about sex with our parents also.
Yeah.
Like not as a part of एकदम heavy discussion, but as a part of a conversation.
Basic conversation, like
Basic
how they are
conversation.
interested in our dating lives, sort of a thing.
And actually, I think, like you said, it starts from school also.
Yeah.
Like I was having this discussion with my parents.
Yeah.
That the school is supposed to teach us about the future.
Yeah, reproduction.
Not reproduction.
That they skipped the chapter.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so the fact that your
आएगा
school was, आपके स्कूल को पढ़ाया गया था about sex education. हमारे स्कूल में तो मुझे लगता नहीं अगले 20 साल में पढ़ाने वाले हैं, ठीक है?
Oh, okay.
Like my school, I don't want to name the school, but my school.
DPS. Sorry.
But DPS in Guwahati does do sex education classes, guys.
Okay, but the point is that my school was supposed to be the most progressive school
in the city.
Yes.
When I was graduating.
Right.
And I believe that even though my school was not that progressive, because we were also skipped that. We were taught. We had a session where this professor came to our class and they were like, ask questions पूछो. यार 32-35 क्लास में क्या क्वेश्चन पूछे हम लोग?
Did they do it separately or did they do it together?
They did it together. Okay. But then they asked कि तुम सवाल तुम्हें पूछो ना पूछ लो. But none of us asked the question because आज तो पता ही था.
See,
part of it तो पता ही था.
That's the problem, right? Because kids go like, teenagers go like, अरे ये तो पता ही है.
Yeah, but point is कि किस context में पूछा था वो नहीं बताया गया ना हमें. हमको ये नहीं बोला गया कि तुम्हें. So when they asked us कि ask us a question, they should have told us ki why are they conducting this session.
Yes,
which
very
was not
important.
taught to us. They told ki tum sawal पूछ लो इस बारे में. तो हम बोलेंगे यार हमको क्या सवाल पूछा, हमारे को सवाल नहीं है।
सेशन देन
ही और मुझे याद है कि मेरी स्कूल में सेशंस होते थे बट गर्ल्स को सेपरेटली बुलाते थे और उनके साथ सेशंस होते थे।
राइट
सो कभी हमें सेपरेटली कभी बुलाया नहीं यार।
लड़के तो
दोनों में ऐसे ट्रीट किया गया था बट गर्ल्स के सेशंस हुए थे।
बट आई थिंक गर्ल्स के सेशंस आई हैव फ्रेंड्स हु टोल्ड अस दैट गर्ल के सेशंस में भी मेंस्ट्रुएशन बात किया जाता था, सेक्स बात नहीं किया जाता था।
And when we used to ask our friends what the session was all about, and they were like, no, they didn't. They told us not to tell it to anyone. So that was.
तो हो सकता है हमारे स्कूल में भी हुआ होगा, मुझे तो बताया नहीं है।
Basically लड़कों को नहीं मिला session. That's for sure. Yeah.
So I think that's the main reason it's not taboo, but the conversation जब हमारा school, which is supposed to be more progressive, even they.
See it in a vulgar context.
Not vulgar, but they are having this hush thing with us.
Yeah.
I can't talk about that with my parents also. In fact, जब हम लोग वो chapter exams में पढ़ते हैं, we make sure we're not studying in the
living room.
Studying
सुनना नहीं चाहिए.
drawing करते थे अलग से जाके वो पेपर फिर फोल्ड कर देते कि हाँ हो गया।
But कभी एग्जाम्स में आया नहीं वो क्वेश्चन?
नहीं आया था।
नहीं आया, मुझे तो आया।
तुम लोग को आया है प्रोडक्शन का
क्वेश्चन?
मेरा सीबीएसई था, तुम्हारा भी तो
सीबीएसई था। सीबीएसई
आया है?
यस यस।
मेरे टाइम पे तो नहीं आया क्वेश्चन।
शायद
हाँ
यहाँ पे डिफरेंट आ गया।
ये देखो मतलब पढ़ाएंगे नहीं बट लिख के बताओ तो
उनको
शायद
उनको पता है कि
शायद लड़कों को आया होगा।
शायद लड़कों को
क्वेश्चन आया होगा।
लड़कों को आया होगा।
Alright, so that was indeed a very fruitful conversation. Right now we are going to do like a quick Q&A with both of you. Alright, I have like some questions which I have received from women from different places. Okay. And we just want to know.
Nikita in Guwahati,
Nikita in Bombay also.
Nikita in Bombay.
Okay, so the whole idea is that we want to know what men in general think about these things. So we want to know what men think about these things. ठीक है? Cool. You can pick whoever wants to speak on it. It's like that.
Yeah, sure.
ठीक है? Alright, the first question is, what's your take on one night stands? What do men feel about it?
About?
One night stands.
Go.
For our audio listeners, they are smirking and pointing at each other. Alright? Okay.
You can go first.
I think there's nothing harm in that.
What about you, Akshat?
So everything should be clear.
Like communication.
The communication is important.
Of course.
No, exactly. Of course.
ये नहीं कर सकते घूमते
With clear communication, with clear communication, I mean
there are no expectations.
No expectations, and everything should be clear. If you are getting into something, and if you decide to not get attached emotionally,
अक्षत अगले दिन कॉल नहीं करेगा, ठीक है? नंबर मत मांगना.
No, so everything should be clear. Expectation setting is important. Basically.
Understood.
इसका नंबर मैं दे दूँगा. कॉल.
Oh my god. Alright. So what is a turn off when it comes to sex for guys? Stop laughing, Siddhant. What's a turn off for y'all? Like as men, what turns you off?
सबका सवाल जवाब मैंने देने को आता है. स्टार्टिंग में भाई साहब एक मिनट मैं जवाब देता हूँ, भाई साहब उसमें ऐड कर देते हैं. ये मेरा प्लान था.
मैंने लिया ना.
For our audio listeners, Siddhant is trying very hard not to laugh. Yeah. So guys, what's like the biggest turn off?
Turn off during sex?
You can say it in phases, like before sex, during sex, after sex. We would like to know about it.
सवाल तेरा था, जवाब तू देगा.
It's okay.
No, I'm just taking time to analyze.
There's such a long list of turn offs.
Can be, but I'm just thinking about it. So body odor, I think,
is a turn off. Any day.
Yes.
वो तो जनरल कॉन्वर्सेशन में ऑर्डर होगा. Forget about the fact that कुछ होने वाला है.
तो दूसरा तू बता दे. मैंने बहुत अच्छा परफ्यूम लगाया है. Stop smelling.
DCM पे परफ्यूम.
नहीं, मैंने Dior का परफ्यूम लगाया है. बहुत ठीक है.
Dior कौन से princess?
But guys, stop bouncing the question.
So I already told you that.
Yeah. Body odor is like the biggest turn off.
Yeah, it depends. It actually depends ki what part of the relationship you are at. like what क्या कितना time हो चुका है, if it's just one night stand.
It's like early phases of the relationship.
Exactly. So even if it's one night stand, it does not actually matter कि क्या है.
We are coming from the one night stand to this, so I just
early
one night
phase.
stand, early phase.
Early phase.
मैं इसलिए
हाँ
generally
मतलब relationship में हमें तो जाना नहा के हम बोलेंगे ना, like go take a bath, bitch.
तो शायद ऐसा भी हो सकता है, चल
रहने it's okay. चल नहीं करते.
ब्रश नहीं किया.
चल ठीक है, मैंने भी नहीं किया.
But no, like in the early phase, what turns you off? Like men off in general, we want to know.
I think it's the probably it's the effort part of the relationship also.
Yeah.
कि for example कि whether I'm in a relationship or not, अगर if I am the only one texting you, if I am the only one trying to make plans,
right,
that's a big turn off for me because अगर मैं ही if that shows, because I don't want to come out desperate also. A lot of times what happens is that the conversation dies wherever you are.
Right.
Like the conversation dies because I feel
that
I'm not talking about generally,
but
I personally feel कि it's just me who's trying to
put
efforts and make take it forward, and अगर सामने से effort नहीं आएगा तो मेरे को लगता है यार ठीक है, मे बी इंटरेस्टेड नहीं हो, और अगर इंटरेस्टेड हो भी और वो एफर्ट नहीं आ रहा तो फिर मुझे लगता है कि मुझे एफर्ट डालने में इंटरेस्ट नहीं
है. राइट. सो गर्ल्स, नाउ यू नो why he's not replying on Bumble. Okay, Siddhant Jain. Okay, all right.
The bearded soldier.
The bearded soldier.
Yes.
So
even I agree, and why relationship dies, because the relationship which are only based on say physical bond or like only the relationship is based on sex, it dies very early because it's all about the different ways you are exciting your hormones from, or the stimulus basically. So there are different ways to get your hormones rolling. Basically जैसे हमें हमेशा जब हम लोग शायद छोटे थे तब हम लोग we used to start with holding hands.
First phase of the relationship. Holding hands.
मैं अभी भी हाथ पकड़ता हूँ.
हाँ, so yes, which is good. अरे हाँ, तो हम हाथ पकड़ते थे, हम हग करते थे, and slowly that's how relationship आगे बढ़ता है.
There were so many phases ना, कुछ ऐसे 12-20 ऐसे थे ना, हाथ पकड़ना, हग करना. Oh my God, we have so much fun tier 2 city में.
हग करना was such a big deal कि तुमने किसी को privately हग किया, फिर तुमने publicly हग किया. हाय ला.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
So if a relationship is, I told you, if a relationship is only based on sex, it won't last longer.
Yeah, true.
और अगर
that's not true.
That's very true. I'll tell you why. Because अगर तू chemically भी खुद की अगर body को हम study करें, और so अगर हमें अपने hormones को roll करना है और उसको so there should be different ways
you have to constantly excite each other.
So basically even giving flowers is a way of exciting your partner.
But that's what I'm saying, कि just because if it's casual, does not mean I will not get you flowers.
Right, true. Very true.
Just because the relationship is, not that I'm implying मैं अपने बारे में बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ.
We are not judging you, Siddhant. We are talking in general.
I am talking in general. मैं अपने दोस्त के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ.
Okay, right.
So I mean to say कि even if the relationship is purely physical, where you only communicate just for the
sake of sex,
just for the beep of it. Must beep doesn't it?
It's an uncensored. बच्चों के लिए बिल्कुल नहीं है.
But point is कि just for the sake of it, you are just communicating for that. Does not mean कि again जो मैंने first point बोला, effort नहीं डल रहा है.
Right.
Like.
But constantly putting in efforts. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah,
कि कितना effort डालोगे?
But that's what I'm saying. It does not mean कि अगर for example.
Right.
कि I am not seeing any future also. हर चीज में तुम future नहीं देख सकते ना कि यार 10 साल बाद क्या होने वाला है.
Right.
If you are living in present, let's say अगर अक्षत है, just making small efforts like अक्षत ने बोला यार मुझे कॉफी पसंद है, मैंने कुछ भी नहीं किया, मैंने सिर्फ इसके लिए स्विगी से कॉफी ऑर्डर कर दी.
Yes.
So does not mean कि मैं I am seeing something
10 साल बाद.
10 साल बाद.
Girls please get it, okay? It's just being nice.
हाँ, I'm just being nice.
Stop being a Taylor Swift song.
Even for the time जितने टाइम तक के लिए इवन उतने टाइम में भी एफर्ट्स
एग्जैक्टली वही छोटा सा एफर्ट भी ना तो उसमें क्या होगा कि ही विल फील कि देखिए यार इसको याद तो था एटलीस्ट कि मेरे को कॉफी पसंद है सो दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग कि डज नॉट मीन कि इफ द रिलेशनशिप इज प्योरली फिजिकल डज नॉट मीन कि
देयर विल बी नो एफर्ट्स
देयर वोंट बी एनी एफर्ट्स बिकॉज़
इट कैन बी अ प्रोसेस
क्यूट चीजें हमको भी पसंद है ना हमको भी फ्लावर्स दो यार
भाई
फूल
लगा के घूमना है
फूल भेजो लड़कों को ओके दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट
वेरी
या एवरीबॉडी लाइक्स फ्लावर्स
वर्कस्पेस के पॉडकास्ट में वर्कस्पेस को के पॉडकास्ट में मुझे फ्लावर्स देते हैं इतने सालों बाद मुझे किसी ने फ्लावर्स दिए मुझे एक्चुअली
वो पॉडकास्ट नहीं था वो वीडियो था
ठीक है उन्होंने they actually gave me flowers
he was very happy
when the
he did 3 stories on it I know
because I got flowers after years I'll be very honest
even
do you like getting flowers as well
yes
girls
oh just shut up
मेरी
birthday पे flowers आते sorry तुझे गिफ्ट में तो flowers देते हैं तो फूल पकड़ Okay, sorry.
Yeah, somebody say this to my husband as well. I order flowers.
मैं उसको देख के बोला
I order flowers on big basket nowadays, but never mind. It's okay. हाँ मिलते हैं बहुत गंदे
विकास का फोन ऑलरेडी चालू हो गया है. He's ordering something. I don't know what.
Alright, okay. Moving on. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. Next question. Is body hair a complete no-no for guys?
Body hair complete no, like it's fine. Body hair is fine. It doesn't make a difference.
You guys are being honest.
मेरी viewers से लंबी नहीं होनी चाहिए. मेरी viewers से लंबी हो गई तो that's a no.
For a fact, Siddhant.
For our audio listeners, Siddhant's beard is pretty long, and if you want to experience it,
no, please
follow Anil Kapoor and Siddhant.
Follow us on the Rambling Teapot. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't Call Me Princess Official. Yeah. Okay.
No,
alright. So it's not a no, right?
Yeah. Honestly, I had a conversation about this with someone also. कि जैसे heels हो गया या waxing हो गया, that's your call. That's not our call. We actually don't. It does not
that's
matter.
really nice to hear.
I actually don't care only.
Yeah.
That's why girls don't care about you.
That's what you feel.
Mic drop. Okay. So now that we know that what does
podcast में अगर mic drop हुआ.
Mic drop हुआ या mic drop. We'll do a mic drop as a sound dada. Make note. Okay. All our dadas is Shrija. Okay. So so she's gonna make note of all of it. Anyway, so now that we know what turns you off and what doesn't turn you off, you know, we want to know what really turns you on. Like as men.
So for me, it's intellectual conversation before anything.
Sapiosexual.
Sapiosexual. इसके बायो में sapiosexual लिखा हुआ है.
Oh my God! That
no.
Oh my God!
Just go and check.
Show me his bumble, man. Like
फिर sapiosexual पर ऐसा plant बना हुआ है.
For the record, I have never been on any dating.
You haven't?
Yes, never.
Okay. Have you been on dating apps?
मेरा last breakup किया था अभी तक मैंने uninstall नहीं किया है.
Sure. What about you? What turns you on?
There's nothing in particular. I don't think कि ऐसा कुछ वो
Just
होता है.
click होना चाहिए.
हाँ, there has to be vibe. You know, I think vibing is very important. Whether it's in terms of conversation, like Akshat said, whether it's in terms of work or whether it's in terms of music also. Music also. See, that comes afterwards, right?
Correct.
ऐसा मैं से पहले कर ले फिर हाँ vibe हो रहे नहीं हो रहे क्या होता है?
करके देखते हैं.
vibe
देखते बात करते हैं.
Okay, guys, this had been like a really good segment. All right.
Yes.
So we are gonna move to our next segment, which is our ongoing segment in every episode, which is called Spill the Tea. So in this segment, generally what we do, we try to put our guests under the spotlight so that you ramble more. Okay. And for you guys, what we have thought about is who is likely to do it. All right. So I'm gonna make a statement.
जवाब अक्षत है. कुछ भी नहीं करता हूँ.
But who's likely to do it and why? Yes. Why?
Like among us?
Yes.
Akshat.
Yeah.
अबे questions तो आते.
मैं बता रहा हूँ ना अक्षत. मैंने
Oh my God.
It's Akshat.
All right. Have sex with a celebrity.
Me.
Yeah.
Siddhant?
झूठ बोल रहा है.
Why? Why do you think?
Because his
would-
profession allows him to meet a lot of celebrities.
Even your profession allows you to meet a lot of celebrities, but the point is, we both. I think both of us.
I guess Siddhant.
I think both of us.
Both of you?
Why not? I mean,
Why not? Okay.
last में तो पता भी.
Next question.
Yes.
Who do you think will sleep between an act? An act. The act.
मतलब
Between sex.
I'll sleep. Who'll sleep between?
Yeah, who do you think will
Siddhant.
fall asleep?
None.
Siddhant.
क्या Siddhant?
Siddhant, why? I have.
I also feel it's
Siddhant.
Siddhant.
Because I have.
मैं ताली क्यों मार दूँगा?
Up top, bro. Yeah, there.
Because I feel he's very lazy. This guy. And
I feel-
you know this in Pokemon there was this a Pokemon Snorlax. He is the replica of Snorlax. He is Snorlax.
I just feel
People
I'm
who know
feeling.
me, I am very no nothing.
See, even if I just sing
मेरे को बिल्कुल भी आइडिया नहीं है.
even if I start singing Jigglypuff's song, he will sleep.
Oh my
Jigglypuff, for the listeners who don't know who's Jigglypuff,
Yeah.
it's a Pokemon.
It's a Pokemon. Oh,
No
cute
wonder.
Pokemon.
Okay.
Next question, guys.
Yes.
Who do you think is going to get more thirsty DMs after this episode?
Of course, it's me.
Akshat.
Of course, it's Akshat. Come on, yeah,
See,
come on.
Before the podcast, during the podcast, after the podcast, Akshat.
So, Siddhant, explain what's a thirsty DM.
Of course he knows. मेरे को तो आते ही नहीं, तो मुझे पता ही नहीं है
बता
ना.
रहे हो अक्षत कर
नहीं, क्यों फिर? हाँ,
क्या
बताओ।
तो आते ही
DM
नहीं.
क्या होता है?
मेरे DM भी मेरे क्लाइंट्स के आते हैं कि बेटा तू बैठा हुआ है वहाँ पे, तू मुझे काम कब भेज रहा है.
हाँ, मैं भी इसको DM करता हूँ, भाई काम भेज दे, अभी तक नहीं आया है।
मैं तुमको आयशा अहमद के वीडियोस भेजती हूँ.
हाँ.
उसने बाल कटवा दिया, उसको पसंद नहीं
हाँ,
है।
नहीं
क्या?
ऐसा. I never said पसंद नहीं है, आयशा.
If you're listening.
Aisha, we love you.
भी नहीं आई है खाली यहाँ पे, ठीक है? There's no we, there's no sharing.
There's we.
There's no we.
Okay.
Offer oral sex to get laid.
Not me. No one.
Siddhant सोच रहा है. Siddhant.
नहीं, I am.
हाँ, तू ना.
नहीं, क्यों मैं क्यों तू?
Oh my god.
सिद्धांत हो सकता है मुझे बट लग रहा है।
मुझे भी लग रहा है Siddhant.
नहीं, I'm being very genuinely
Very
honest.
genuinely.
इतना effort.
Try BDSM. I think Akshat.
अक्षत को लगता है कर रहा है.
कुछ भी।
Try तो बहुत पहले बात की बात है. I think अक्षत यार.
Say yes to a threesome which involves any one of you.
As in?
Like who among you all think will say yes to a threesome? जो तेरा threesome है but अक्षत भी है.
No.
No.
Alright, as they continue fighting about who will be in a threesome or not will be in a threesome, okay, they're still doing that, okay. I would like to say that I will see you guys next Saturday with the next episode. Until then, do the drill. Please go follow the Rambling Teapot. Don't Call Me Princess Official. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, Don't Call Me Princess Official. And go buy some sexy shoes from www.don'tcallmeprincess.in. We don't sell those shoes. We don't. But yeah, I'll see you next week. Until then, stay gorge.